So, I'll go ahead and play from like the last hour, because this is when I started getting tired, but it was also when we started both figuring out the characters a little more. Let's see. Let's start at the beginning of this round. There we go. Oop. I got if we wanted to go back and watch the full set, I think we played for like 3 hours. If we wanted to watch the full set, I got hit by Zansei probably like 1,800 times. It was amazing. All right, we'll get started. Fresh game. All right, 28-41. This is about the time in the set that he started like erasing the lead that I had built up early on, which is fun. Oh, run up, grab. He definitely gave me shit for jumping too much as Slayer. And this is one of those things where like my understanding of how much I should be jumping in this game is heavily dependent on my character. Because Chip has all kinds of air options, and so if he's in the air, he usually can do something to like throw you off his tracks or something, because he's got so many tools that he can use. Slayer doesn't have as many tools as Chip does, and so I'm more comfortable jumping, and he was just punishing me for it. I was also just straight up getting a lot of super jumps that were like not intended, so that happens too. Whew. Oh, pretty sure I didn't mean to jump there. Oh, nice throw. He mashes and DPs a lot too. Like, I do not have the courage to mash that much with Chip because I'm so fragile, but he didn't give a fuck. And yeah, 1 minute, it's the same input except with slash instead of instead of hard slash. JH is amazing, by the way. Slayer's JH just crushes so much stuff. Your anti-air really has to be on point to catch JH. Oh, actually, I really like this. If we go back a little bit, let's see. So here, he's running in with 6P. 6P beats a bunch of stuff. Most notably, it beats 5K, which is one of Slayer's really good pokes from that range. And one of the things I was learning to appreciate as Slayer here was because Slayer can't run, his ability to actually pressure is very, very different. So run up 6P. He's just throwing 6H out the moment that my Slayer leaves the ground, which is like, it's not something that I do that often, but it worked out for him a lot. Good air throw. I don't know what I was trying to do there. And like, I'm being pretty patient here with Slayer. So some of the fun that I've had playing as Slayer has been just kind of sitting there and trying to let the Street Fighter-y skills take over a little bit to look for that good opportunity to hit something. Oh, nice blitz mash. It would have not occurred to me to mash blitz here. So I jump in, and it's like, I'm guessing the reason he did this is because he knows that following up a JS, an IED JS, is kind of finicky sometimes. And so he's like, might as well blitz. He does this a lot. He's got a lot of what I will generously call fuzzy abare, right? Where he's like mashing on stuff because he knows that if he's right, it works. And if he's wrong, it won't come out. Oh, there's another very basic thing I learned the other day that, or through the set, which is basically that Slayer's advantage on his throw is not very good. I thought he'd be able to get like a 4-way mix-up from there, bit with like dash through and stuff, but because the knockdown because the animation takes so long, he actually doesn't have enough advantage to dash safely. So Soft Jellyfish asks, I've heard fuzzy abare stuff a lot lately. How does that stuff work? It is late mashing, and the idea is that you're mashing at a time where if there's a window to mash, then your inputs will come through and mashing will probably be a good idea. And if there isn't a window to mash because you're in block stun, for example, then the mashing doesn't matter, right? So it's like, you can think of it as like strategically mashing during points and block strings where ideally it works or it doesn't, but there's no opportunity. It's an educated guess. Yeah. So abare literally means wild, right? And it's more like when you think of someone who's mashing on defense, what you're describing is they're kind of wilding out a bit. Oh, the 5K. See, mashing 5K just shut down the dashes. Die, Joe. Oh. Cross up. Oh, nice. Every time you see me do a wake up 5D, by the way, that's supposed to be wake up burst dead on time. I'm really bad at that input. Oh, I could have punished bigger. I think I dropped this. Yeah.
Oh man, you should have just done super.
It's
RC
true. Beta blade.
Oh, shit.
See, yeah, like he actually doesn't have, his throw is not as scary as I thought it would be because he doesn't really have that great advantage. Oh, and the pile bunkers. Oh yeah, so this is one thing. So this is me realizing, like, so normally Chip's running in from full screen, right? Normally, if I'm playing another character, I'm thinking, okay, what do I run with and what are my buttons that I want to collide with and would probably collide around here. Chip is so fast and Slayer doesn't have a run that I have to decide what to do a little bit earlier and a little bit more high commitment. And I was like, okay, if this dude's running at me, fuck it. Just pile bunker. Pile bunker or 5H into pile bunker. And with Chip, it's like, against Chip rather, the faster thing will probably hit perfectly. How do you land that 6H? Let's look at that again. Now, run up 2H, the god. He has the utmost conviction of his buttons. Now, shuts down a dash with 6H. Just does it. I think that might actually be...
Fuck. He did jump kick instead of H.
This might be the defining element of Daymendou as a player is his conviction. He is very strong in his convictions. Oh, see, yeah, that's a really good example there.
Instead of H.
So what I noticed he was doing in neutral is if we're at like about half screen or a little bit closer, he'll just mash on 5K. And if I dash up, I'll get hit by the 5K. Even if I cross through, 5K will probably reach behind him and hit. And then he'd react to an IAD with an anti-air, usually 2H or 5P, maybe 6P, depending on the range. And so he kind of had both those options covered. And so the remaining option for me is basically fish for a counter hit like pile bunker or 6H because he's just whiffing 5K all the time. And if I get it, even on a trade, it'll probably work out for me. But it's definitely not as easy as it looks.
Shit.
Look at him getting those JI combos. Oh. See, we're figuring out that range. Then he has run up 5K, and run up 5K is also just really good at stuffing a lot of Slayer stuff. I knew this because I've been running up with 2P, and run up 5K is probably a better option against Slayer specifically. I'm just sitting here blocking. Like, okay, cool. Now I can pin Chimp down. Oh, I could have killed off that shit. Woo! Oh. Oh yeah, that was also pretty interesting. You saw he did a run-up throw there, and one of the things that I liked is he had kind of earned respect with run-up 5K, and then he cashed in that respect for a run-up throw. Oh yeah, I'll block all the time as Slayer. I mean, I went for like BDC stuff too, but like because Peter's chip was not hard to block, it felt like a luxury to be able to block that much. And like that was part of what was kind of cool about watching the way Peter played chip was because Slayer isn't really that much of a mix-up character, right? He is more strike throw than he is like up down left right. And Chip is more up down left right, I would say, than Slayer. But because Peter didn't really have a whole lot of chip mix-ups in his game yet, he was playing chip with a lot more strike throw than I would, and it was cool to see where a lot of that came from, where, like what happened with a lot of that. And I suspect it's actually the right play because a lot of Chip's mix is kind of shit on by Slayer's Wake Up BDC stuff. Oh, I fucked up. Hi, Kinako. Puppy just got a bunch of new toys today. Gamma Blade. Oh, get that nice juicy damage. Look at that. I totally, like, at this point in the set, I basically forgot what combos I should be spending meter on. Oh. The Zansei, oh my god. He hit me with so many. That was another interaction that was kind of cool. I've generally underrated, I think, Chip's 2D a little bit in this matchup, but look at this shit. Chip just went through Slayer's 2D. Slayer's 2D is kind of it's kind of whack. It's good for some things and not good for others, but I did not expect Chip's 2D invuln to have quite as much invuln as it did. That was juice. Run up 6H, that's great, right? Like, one of the scary things to me playing as Chip is I don't get enough damage off any time that I touch Slayer. And if you see the moves that Daymendou is using, he's using a lot of 6Ps and a lot of 6Hs, and both of those generally lead to damage. Look, one bin, my ninja needs all the help he can get. Peter is also really good at making sure because he knows all the points where Slayer's turn ends, he will contest me on a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Which helps me understand, like, oh shit, I should be mashing on these, right? Yeah, he definitely alpha blades more than I do. I think he's alpha blading mostly to catch either dashes or Dandy Step is the other option. Alpha Blade is really good at beating some of Slayer's horizontal movement options. But also, I think he's calling out my generally poor ability to punish Alpha Blade. And it might also be Slayer has poor ability to punish Alpha Blade. I don't know. See, like, that's a good Alpha Blade because he caught my Dandy Step. And again.
I'm not trying to air grab.
So Slayer can have trouble punishing stuff because it's hard for him to catch up to you. I think he probably has to IB Alpha Plus consistently to get like a really good punish. Oh, again, excellent 6P. He's just really good at going for those 6P like frame traps and stuff. They're different amounts of punishable on block. I want to say Alpha Plus is a lot more punishable.
Okay.
The hard part is basically that the difference between, like, if you wait for them to Alpha Plus, they might just not do it, and so you miss out on the punish window for Alpha Blade. Hey, wake up, burst dead on time. I did it.
I didn't know the timing.
Oops, sorry about that. I'm like, hey, I got a counter hit power bunker. I don't know what to do with it. It's pretty hot, man. It's been in like 90s. I've mostly been staying inside. Our condo is, oh fuck. Our condo is pretty cool even without air conditioning or anything, so we good. Yeah, our unit's mostly in the shade. We don't get that much direct sunlight. $104, goddamn. Yeah, y'all are inwards a little bit more, right?
You sucker. Adjusting for corner.
Oh, you have dogs? What kind of dogs? King Charles calves. I do not know enough about dogs to know what those are, but they sound big. One of the other things that I appreciated from doing this set with Peter was just understanding that he is a much more consistent and better executor than I am. Like, he's better at his air throws are way more consistent. His DPs and wake ups were just in general a lot more consistent. And on a character he doesn't play, which is pretty wild.
Gotta do something.
Slayer indeed has a larger grab range than Chip. Chip, I think, has the slowest grab range in the game. Or the shortest, rather. I really like that right there. So, he gets me in the corner as Slayer, right? And he's, engaging? But then he gives me space to back off and then IAD, right? He doesn't keep moving forward. It's a nice reminder that even though Chip is fast, you should not always use his speed. Or at least his maximum speed. In some matchups, Chip should be playing
Ashen back.
Not fast, just fast enough to get to where he needs to be. Oh my goodness, those are really cute. So, One Bin, what are your dogs' names? What up, Graffiti? Good to see you. Woo. Dream and Trickster, those are some good names. I mean, like, I don't know shit about dog breeds in general, so. Oh, that's really cute. Hey, look at those Slayer combos. Still did good damage, but not quite chip killing damage. No, we didn't do jam practice today. We'll bring it back on Thursday because tomorrow's Wednesday night fights.
Oh.
Ooh, the tumble. Such good blitzes. I've got to say, it kind of doesn't matter which characters we play. It's just a lot of fun to play against Peter. He is so good at the like cycling and adaptation, at figuring out patterns. Like every single situation where he could have done X, but instead does Y and loses, or even if he does X, like he'll be at X plus 1, right, on the next time you enter that situation for all of them. He will expose all your patterns, all your autopilot. And it's really fun to play with someone who's capable of adapting and cycling through options that quickly. Also, I was impressed with how well he defends against Slayer stuff. I didn't figure that he had that much Slayer practice, but he seemed pretty good at just like fuzzy blocking like the high-lows. Lots of mashing, lots of just like fuzzy abare. Oh, run up DP after getting hit by Mappa, like that's some shit. He's not scared the way chip players are scared. Oh
no.
Oh, excellent throw. And
no. Oh. That's
All right.
my air dash back.
We can move towards, I think, the last chunk. We played like a 1st to 3.
I need to eat soon.
Yeah, here we go. Gamma Blade. Trying to wake up backdash. You can't do that shit with Chip, homie.
Oh.
This is about the point in the set where my adaptation was press 5H in neutral, and then combo into pile bunker, just like that.
Okay, that was cool.
Woo.
Fuck.
Oh, again with the 5H. Yo, we got in danger time a couple times, and let me tell you, it was very nice to be on the other side of this danger time pair.
Shit.
Oh, nice one, Bin. That's what's up. Yeah, I've used both and I haven't really noticed a difference, but I wouldn't be surprised if it had some good, if it made a difference.
Oh no! I'm gonna die.
Oh, I keep on forgetting that didn't work.
Oh, I forgot to save, so okay.
Yeah, so he's just sitting there waiting for the dash or waiting for the IED. And I was like, at first I was like, why would those be the two most obvious options? Then I realized it's because Slayer can't run. Which means that if he wants to move forward, he's either gonna walk or move forward with like Mappa or maybe a dandy step move, but those will all move him back and he can alpha blade those on reaction.
Oh shit.
Oh, interesting,
Oh,
Woman.
that was good.
Yeah, I wonder if it helps with some of the character specific differences.
Timed it to get around bait.
Hey, round start. Yeah, start figuring out that stuff definitely helped. Round start, pile bunker, counter hit into pile bunker. Yeah, we playing Slayer, baby. Yeah, really great use of 6H. Really great use of Alpha Blade. That was a dirty mix. How did that work, actually? Let's see that. Huh. I wonder if his JH like crossed me up at the very end and then pushed me out. Because he did it during an instant air dash, maybe? Or during an air dash? Could be.
Oh fuck.
Good morning. Hey. Yep, Alpha Blade catching the dash.
Shit.
Oh, I fucked up. But it's okay, because I got JK and a lot of health. Oh, run up Dragon Punch. 6P into 6H.
No. What about 6H? Don't teleport.
Yeah.
R/2.
Chip, Daymendo's chip is just swinging with a lot bigger buttons. I kind of like it.
Oh fuck.
I can swing with big buttons too.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Pile bunker, pile bunker. Oh, it hurts my heart. Excellent 6P. Oh.
Yeah. I wanted to take a point.
Definitely learned about the folly of trying to anti-air chips, JD. One of the main things I gathered from this was be ready to mash on Slayer. Like, know the times to mash on Slayer and just be ready. Because he definitely benefits a lot from you respecting his pressure too much. And the fact is, his pressure is not quite as continuous as other characters. Hey, again with the 5H. We piling some bunkers, y'all. Oh, missed opportunities. Okay. Yep, Alpha Blade just catching a lot of Slayer stuff.
No.
Oh. The Gators coming through. Again, round start 5H into pile bunker. I went for it again too. That very far run up 2S by him was clutch. Oh, accidentally got the unblockable there. Oh, I fucked up. I could have killed off that combo. Woo. Shit. Or I could just let him play.
The wrong way.
He's trying to do leaf grab. Fuck. He did leaf grab me a decent amount once he got the hang of it. Oh. Yeah. Got a little too comfortable running in.
I ran too deep. Fuck.
Alright.
GG's, man.
So that was cool. Now let's, real quick, before I open up the lobby, what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up, let's see, my channel. We can watch the stream now. My channel. We're going to go and watch the set that we played for Wednesday Night Fights. Let's see if I can find it. It was pretty short. Here we go.
We need someone to...
We're gonna look through this set. Oh, this is CT. Wait, did I play him in Winners Finals? I did. And then they played again in Grand. Wait, let's see. This is all right. This is me versus CT. So I played him earlier. No. CT Warrior versus Hano. No. Here we go. This was a very quick set. Let's see. One bin, yeah, we also had some general like connectivity issues, I think, with Discord last week. It happens. All right. So right off the bat, I wasn't mashing. I could have caught that dandy step there if I had been mashing more. Do I have any tips for doing better air throws? Honestly, the easiest tip I can give you for air throws is just practice them. There are a couple things you need to get used to. One is you have to do a clean 4 or 6 input. You can't do up, back, up, forward, anything like that. And the other thing is just practicing them by setting a dummy to like predictably tech in certain directions, and then just go chase it and get the air throw, right? And get used to doing the air throw at first. Sometimes it's situational, but in general, yeah, you got to get good at the input first, and before you can start to improve at anything else. You can. You absolutely can. You can mash forward. You have to do it with forward. You can't do it with back. Okay, so they're mashed successfully. Let's take a look at the defense here. So yeah, could have caught that dandy. I'm blocking here way longer than he was blocking whenever I pressured him. Let's see what's the strings that he's doing. So he's doing, all right, so the overhead, SS, S6H. When I jump back, he gets a pretty clean. Okay, so because I jumped, he could get a good dandy step into and continue his pressure here. The K dandy step is basically his repressure option. That's how he steals a turn, which I kind of didn't realize until I started playing more Slayer. I probably would have had to look for that and alpha blade it instead of jumping away. Now he's got me in the corner. Ugh. Caught him that time. My Oki options are just kind of rough compared to what I'm used to against other characters, and I think I might have to actually borrow some of the stuff that he was doing. I don't think it was great in terms of payout, but a lot of the concepts seemed like they were at least more solid than the Chip's go-to stuff. Good combo. Okay. Yeah, just caught by the low. I don't know if I was mashing on that or what. I guess I probably was. Yeah, so this right here, he did the same thing that he was doing to me on the other side, or that I tried to do to him, right? Where we're at this range, and he's going to either dash up on me or IAD. And I've got to be looking, I've got to be ready for both those outcomes, because that's going to be how Slayer closes the gap. Yeah, IAD that time, I beat it, but I didn't get, I ended up kind of fucking myself up there because I dropped shit. That's the other thing. He's just not dropping shit, man. He's so good. Oh. Oh, round star 5H. There we go. Yeah, could have alpha bladed there. Basically, if I think he's going to be moving forward, I probably just want to alpha blade. I got to be ready to wire C gamma on reaction too, because it's just a huge commitment that costs me big if he IEDs over it or goes through it. Yeah, I'm not contesting him in a range where he was very good at contesting me. He kind of has no problems at the mid screen, and like when I was playing Slayer on this side of the matchup, the mid screen felt kind of hard, not from a payout perspective, but just from getting the hits. Yeah, see that was good. Oh, I don't know what I did there, but I fucked up. Definitely fucked up my ID there. 2D coming through in the clutch. Respect. Run up 2D seems like a viable option. Oh. Definitely using Alpha Blades more than teleports in neutral, I think will pay off. Oh! I think that was a big wake up backdash wire seed that just got shit on by Meaty 6P. Ooh. Oh god, I put myself in the corner there. I could have gotten anything off of that. I swear, Peter is just so much better at not having missed opportunities. Oh. Hey, look at all those black beats. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. All right, cool. That was educational. Wish me luck. Hopefully I get to run it back again tomorrow. Wednesday at Wednesday Night Fights. But we ain't about that right now. Let's get some lobby games going, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me on this study excursion. I know it wasn't quite as engaging as the normal fare, but I gotta do this. You gotta do this too, right? Like, straight up, because I've been focusing on streaming, on teaching more on the stream, I haven't been using it as an opportunity for me to really focus on my own practices as much. And so, like, I gotta make sure I keep doing that, right? Because that's how I grow as a player.